Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Really Big Show. If you're here for the elephant, excuse me, they get very sensitive about what you call them. The elephant de-grooming, that's when you rub mud all over them to prepare them for their showing people how to clean them. So, those videos you see where people are like cleaning elephants, they just rub mud on the elephants and then wash it off. It's not like the elephants are outside all day playing in mud. So if you're here for that, you've come to the wrong place. This is a town hall.
What are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, where did that come from?
I don't know. They did an update on this app and they moved so many things
Oh my
around.
gosh, yes they did. I hate it. I don't like it.
Pisses us off. It confounds and confuddles and confuses. You cannot do that to me.
She's here.
You can't do that to me. I have needs that require everything be in the same place every time I need to use it.
The same.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wait. Hold on, Miss Davey. Hold on, Miss Davey. Driving Miss Davey. Hold on. Okay, Miss Davey, I hope you are on a smartphone or a tablet. If you are on a computer, a desktop, or a laptop, TikTok will not allow you to join the.
My hair. I cannot hear you. What happened to the value? What happened to that? What happened to it? Is it me? Is it me? I can't hear.
It was me. I didn't have my microphone turned on.
Wow, this bun is high. I'm gonna take this one. Oh my gosh.
I was telling Miss Davey, if you are on a laptop. Oh, I love it. Listen. Yes.
Jesus.
I mean, yes. Wait. I was telling Miss Davey if she was on oh, there she is.
There she is.
Okay. All righty. So you heard me. I'm glad.
I was like, what is going on?
Yes. If you can turn on your camera, Miss Davey, we would love to see your beautiful face.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, you're here for a really big show featuring Lisa Davey, who's running for South Carolina House of Representatives District 67 Democrat primary.
Whoop, whoop.
Celebrate good times. Celebrate good times. There's some changes going on in the state of South Carolina that we have got to talk about.
Before we get started, I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank Our Vote Counts. I want to thank you ladies for doing this because, it is so hard to get the word out, and I just really appreciate y'all.
Well, you are welcome. We appreciate you trusting us to platform your message. We're just some clowns over here. I don't know why anyone would choose us, but we're grateful to be chosen.
Well, I've enjoyed watching other candidates on. I think it's a valuable platform. So thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you for being on time and showing up, you know.
That's
Yes.
the military in me. We're not. If you're on time, you're late.
Exactly. I remember those days.
Thank you for your service.
You too. You too.
Yes, thank you both for your service. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You are so welcome, Ayana.
Miss Davey, or I'm sorry, Major Lisa. Can I call you Major Lisa?
You can call me Lisa.
Lisa, are you able to show us your face?
Oh, I thought I was showing my face.
No.
Good grief.
No, ma'am.
What are you seeing right now? Because it's
I,
saying,
I just see your picture, your profile picture.
well, I've got it going now, so I don't know what the deal is.
Did you click on the camera button? The
Yeah,
little
the
icon, so
video.
it has a slash. If it has a slash on it, that means your camera's not on.
Okay, here we go. That's reverse. See, I'm seeing myself, and the video thing is on. Oh,
There
There
you
we
are.
go.
Hi! Yay! You did it! You did it! You did it! Oh, and Amos, you did it! Oh, you got a T-shirt. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She's doing a dang on thing.
That's
mhm.
wonderful. Okay, I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse, but do you know how to share this TikTok live to your followers?
I did do that earlier. I reposted the announcement, but as far as doing the live, I know you had the one of the gentlemen last night do it. I was listening in. Let's see. At
So
risk of me
you press down
losing.
on the graphic where it says "Our vote counts," and then a list of your followers comes up.
Our vote counts.
And then you just go down the list, sharing it with whomever.
Okay.
Let the people know that you're here, you're doing a town hall, you're running for office, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I put it out to every platform I'm on earlier today.
Yeah, but you know, people forget. They be eating dinner. They be eating dinner or something, or watching some kind of is there football or basketball on or something? I think
That's
it's the
possible.
playoffs.
It's possible. Let's
And
see.
so, but South Carolina does not have a professional basketball team
No,
or a baseball team. So what are you people doing?
watching North Carolina stuff mostly.
Yeah. Since I am in North Carolina, I can speak for that. And my husband is from South Carolina. They claim the Panthers, and then they play. And but there are a lot of cowboy fans as well. So
That's me.
How do you get cowboy fans in the Carolinas? What's
I love it. Yes.
how do you get that's all the way over there?
I know I
You're all the
am.
way over here.
I was in the military, so I've been all over the place, and
That's
I
right.
got connected to the Cowboys when I was living in Texas. So
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to run these likes up a little bit. Sianka, if you can, while I'm running my mouth, please run the likes up.
I sure will.
Thank you. And I'm going to send some gifts to the account. All right. We are Our Vote Counts, a nonpartisan coalition of citizens from diverse states and backgrounds. I'm in Ohio, by the way. Sianka is in North Carolina. We are united by a shared commitment to empowering voters and promoting candidates who stand for integrity, inclusion, and accountability in the upcoming elections. Our Vote Counts is more than a name. It's a promise, a movement, a rallying cry for democracy. Together, we are shaping the future, one informed vote at a time. And this evening, we are speaking with Major Lisa Davey, who is running for the South Carolina House of Representatives Democrat primary out of District 67. So she's running for a state office, y'all. State office. Miss Davey, not Miss Davey, Miss Lisa, is a Sumter-based leader, veteran, and public servant whose life has been shaped by service, discipline, and a deep commitment to community. A South Carolina native, she is a military veteran known publicly as Major Lisa Davey. I love that. Reflecting both
I'm
her.
not a native of South Carolina. I don't. Sorry about that, but
Someone in the research department is getting fired. I'm kidding. Are you a mother? Is
I
that
am.
correct? You are? Okay. So where are you from originally?
All over. My father was in the Navy,
Oh.
in the military at 17. So I've been floating my whole life, but I've chosen to live in South Carolina 3 different times. And the last time we moved here was 14 years ago. So this is our choice.
You're a South Carolinian, honey. You're a South Carolinian. They've adopted you. That's fine. Davey has built her reputation on accountability, integrity, and practical leadership with a strong focus on education, public safety, and supporting families in real, tangible ways. I love that. One of the most admirable things about her is her lifelong record of service. She has already spent years serving her country and now continues the same mission through community leadership at home. She is also known for being direct, grounded, and deeply motivated by the belief that leadership should be earned through service, not status. Hello, Miss Lisa, please tell us more about yourself and why you decided to run for office.
Well, I think we're done. That was really awesome. Thank you, researchers, for me. Yeah, so I'm Lisa Davey. I spent 24 years in the military. I was enlisted for 8 years. I was an MP. Fortunately, through some leadership opportunities with the military, I was able to go to college, and I was able to get a commission through ROTC. So I became an officer at that point. The military has also been a great gift for me because they also helped me get my master's degree, and I have 200 hours towards my PhD as well.
Soon you'll be Major Dr. Lisa Davey.
That would be a whole other story. I will be honest with you and say it probably never will be finished because of the cost, which we all know is an issue. I was in over $100,000, and you just have to make choices in your life about what. Anyway, I'm blessed. I really am. Everything has been great. And because of that, I was able to have, work towards that degree in public policy and administration. The master's was in management. But I'm a people over politics person, always have been. That's always been my interest. When I left the military, I spent over 10 years working with formerly incarcerated people, helping them get back successfully into the community. That really changed my life because I saw the true level of poverty in South Carolina that I had no idea about. I grew up pretty poor. We didn't have much. We had lawn furniture in the living room. So, that was kind of our situation, and it was paycheck to paycheck. But I had no idea the kind of poverty that is in South Carolina. So that was part of what inspired me into doing this run. This was not on my bingo card. But after the last election, I was just really dismayed, all of the stuff at the federal and state level. And the more you learn, the more frustrated you get. I went through Emerge. That was an incredible program. They taught me a lot about the process of running for election and supporting campaigns. But it wasn't until I really started researching my representative and how he does not represent me or 43% of this district, and the fact that he's never been opposed by a Democrat in 26 years, I felt like I needed to do something.
Wow, 26 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you're going to change all that. You are going to change all that. I want to tell the people a little bit about the district you are running to represent. District 67 has a population of about 40,211 people. It's got a high poverty rate, 9.1%. Nice high veteran population, 16.6%. So you're going to be representing veterans. Lots of people who have finished high school. That's good. Good high school graduation rate. Median Median home value is $220,000. The median household income is $69,000. Let's see. The district is centered in Sumter County with coverage including portions of the city of Sumter and surrounding residential and suburban communities in the greater Sumter area. It doesn't say anything about the diversity. Is it pretty diverse, or is it mostly white, mostly black, mostly Hispanic? What's the makeup?
So it's almost 50-50. It's just a little slightly in favor of the white population.
Okay.
But it's close. It's close.
Okay.
We're the richest district in our county. So when I decided to run for this, I'm taking into account the entire region and the immense poverty that's involved in the region. My personal district is probably the wealthiest district in our county.
Okay. Do you have rural areas in your district, or is it mostly suburban, urban?
Yes, I cover a lot of ground. Of course, I'm sure none of your viewers would know the cities that I'm talking, towns really, that I'm talking about, but it's a lot of rural area.
I think Sianka knows. Sianka knows.
I know some of it because my husband's from Georgetown.
Okay. Well, my district goes from the one country club to the next, and then it goes south. It goes south almost to Paxville and east almost to Alkaloo.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, because you're probably familiar with Hemingway.
Oh, yes.
And you know how Hemingway is. Hemingway is Hemingway. I put it like that. So
Definitely. Yeah.
So she knows.
We have a lot of rural area in my district, but most of the area is rural. The bulk of my voters are, in Sumter in the metro area, if you could call it that.
Okay. I have a little test for you before I kick it over to Sianka for our very first category. Miss Lisa, South Carolina is known as the Palmetto State.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Why is it the Palmetto State?
Yes.
It's on our flag. I'm not sure why. It probably it's got to be something to do with the history because it's on the flag and the flag's really old. So I don't know. Does that disqualify me? Do we hang up now?
That's the very first question you have to answer when you go to the State House. They ask you, why is this the Palmetto State? No, I'm kidding. They don't.
I love her.
They don't. It's okay. It's fine. It's probably because there were a lot of palmetto trees at the time, and somebody was like, "Oh, we should call it that." Like Ohio is the Buckeye State because we have a bunch of Buckeye trees. It's just not because anybody likes them.
We don't have very many palmetto trees. I don't They're on the coast. And
there you go.
Some people put them in, if they have the money to do it around here. So, yeah.
Oh, are they expensive?
Well, they're not growing naturally here yet. I mean, not in my area anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, palmetto lore. Oh, wow.
You can see most of it on in Myrtle Beach area, in those type of areas. You'll see the trees like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
But as far as in the area, she's right. No, you just see regular trees. That's all you see.
Maybe it's time to adopt a new state symbol, tree, something that's more representative of the state, perhaps. That'll be the first thing you hash out when you get to the State House, I'm sure.
Oh
If you
yeah,
are
that's
in
the
the
number one thing for
that's
sure. We
the
have no other
number.
things to worry about here. Everything's good. Everything's
Nothing else. If you're in the audience and you want to ask Miss Lisa a question, you can hit the multi-guest option or you can put it in the chat. We appreciate your engagement. I'm going to send it over to Sianka for our very first category of crime reduction and public safety.
great.
Thank you, Miss Ayana. Um, all right, so crime reduction and public safety. So you said South Carolina ranks 42 nationally, 42nd nationally in crime and corrections. What does that look like specifically for families in Sumter? And what would you prioritize first to make District 67 safer?
Okay. So my approach is a little different from the typical candidate, I think, because of my time working with formerly incarcerated people. I'm a big fan of second chances. So when I think about crime prevention and crime reduction, I'm thinking about how can we do interventions before it gets to a statistic. Okay. So I'm thinking about ways that we can work in our schools and this kind of goes along with my platform for education as well. I think that we need to have more counselors. We need to have more social workers. We need to have more programs, maybe some collaborations with community partners. In Sumter, we have a program called HYPE, an after school program, and they do phenomenal work with young people. They do a variety of amazing things to help kids stay on the right path. So I think that's really important that we invest in our children and our families. We provide programs that give them resources, and then of course on the other end, if a person has gone through the judicial process, I think that there needs to be some ways off the highway. So if we can avoid them being convicted, give them some opportunities in that way. And we do have some of those programs already, but I would say that it would probably be good to expand those as well. I should say that when I worked with formerly incarcerated people, they were young adults. So they were ages 18 to 25, but they could stay on my caseload as long as 5 years or 7 years, depending on what happened with them. But of all the people that I worked with, only a couple of them actually had to return to the prison system because they reoffended. So given the right resources and support, they can get through and be successful and be a productive member, a taxpayer, and do all the great things that make our communities better. So I really am a big fan of second chances with reentry programs. We do have some things available in South Carolina, but I think we should spend more time and effort and money to expand those programs. Another thing is housing. I know that's always a challenge. Not everybody has a home to come home to. Workforce assistance. So many of these young people that I worked with also had mental health issues or had some kind of, drug addiction or, just there's a variety of different things that have, made their path even more challenging. Not to mention the whole poverty thing, because I had no idea about poverty until I started going to some of the homes that these young people were living in. So, and this is generational. These, everybody's trying hard. They're working 2-3 jobs and you still can't get by. And that was, several years ago when I was doing that. I can't imagine how people are surviving now. I think the state level poverty rate is like 14%. It might be higher than that now with the cost of everything going up. So it's just really, it's very challenging here. And our state leaders, I should say, we're a supermajority for Republicans. So a lot of the programs have been cut, just like at the federal level. And so the tools that have been available to people to help them, lift them up or help them lift themselves up for a better life have been cut. So it seems like people who are working people are getting hit from every angle. And the systems that were in place seem to be drying up. And unfortunately, at the state level, and tell me if I'm getting too far off track, but
Yeah,
at
because
the
you're
state
answering
level,
all my questions, Miss Lisa. You're answering all my questions. Oh my gosh. Like,
I'm so
slow
sorry.
down. But I
I'm
love it though.
sorry.
I love it. And I hear it, we hear, I know Ayana hears it. I know people here in the chat hear that compassion that you have for it. It's not a cliche statement that we always hear. You came with actual facts and actual information and very in depth, and we really appreciate that. But just to let you know, you can't say the DRUG word because TikTok. You can cuss to the cows come home. You can cuss to the moon turns blue, but the TikTok they don't like that kind of educational language. So you want to say the DRUG, you can say rug, smug. You want to say the abort, you got to say AB. You gotta say, you gotta talk to like you talk to a 2-year-old. You gotta make it
Yeah.
animated.
And I'm hearing you, and I'm going to do my very best. I do
Yeah,
have
try to do your
to.
best. We understand. We
I
we
have
we
to.
understand.
I have to
Yeah,
reveal that I'm a boomer.
but you're fine. But you're fine. I'm gonna let you go ahead and land your plane, and I have another question after that. So you go ahead, continue.
Okay, so let's see. What else did I want to take? Oh, well, and here's another thing that is kind of related to it that is just really burning me up is that we in South Carolina still do not have a hate crime on our books. And it's long past due. They've tried over and over again to get one passed. And until we have this next election when we are actually going to take over, it's going to be predominantly Democrat or darn close to it, where at least they have to listen to us and negotiate with us. Hopefully we'll get that changed. Happily, this is the first time I think ever that we've had 124 candidates for every state house seat in South Carolina. That is phenomenal. Last
Wow.
2 years ago, I think only 60% of the seats were contested.
Wow.
So we're really fighting this year. We are really fighting.
Yeah, I hate the fact. Me and my husband talk about this all the time about the North Carolina, the South Carolina politics. How like when you say South Carolina, oh, it's automatically Republican state. It's like I'm tired of it being trashed. He's tired of it being trashed like that. Oh, that's so cute. That's so tired of being trashed to where you don't count because you're Republican, state, or you don't count because you're this kind of state, whatever. So I'm glad that people are waking up, but we need more people to wake up and get more informed and get more involved in the community, especially when it comes down to public safety. And as a veteran, like me and you are veterans, as a veteran and public servant, how would your leadership style shape public safety publicly different from what District 67 has seen over the last 2 decades? I know you dipped your toe in that for previously, but I want you to get more in depth, get more dirty with it if you can convey more about that.
Oh gosh. Um,
Sorry to use that term dirty, but I want to see the real Lisa. I want to see the major come out. I want to see her.
well, I mean, I know how to be a military leader, and that is a whole world away from
Right,
the civilian population.
right.
And, that took some adjustment when I got out of the military because you have these expectations that other organizations are going to run like the military, and it's not the case at all. So, my leadership style through training, through, work, it seems like every position that I've been in has been in some kind of supervisory role or leadership role. And even with the volunteer organizations that I do things with, I end up taking on some kind of leadership responsibility because I don't know how to say no. And I just am very passionate about everything. So I see myself now as more of a servant leader, not a military leader. I think that as a group, as a whole, everyone has to have, equal input. I think that every voice matters, every vote counts. And so as an example, I have an idea of my platform because I have personally called 1,600 people, 1,600 phone calls I've made already, and I've knocked on nearly 1,000 doors already. And I don't have a primary. My election's in November, but I'm out there wanting to talk to people, wanting to find out what's going on with them. What are their concerns? So,
Wait, you don't have a primary?
no, ma'am.
Is that because you're the only one in the race, or?
I'm only Democrat in 26 years.
Dang.
So are people like excited about this for you? Are they like throwing their support behind you? I'm
Right.
sorry, I interrupted the flow of the conversation, but I'm
No,
just
you
like,
good.
what?
You and me, I'm like, wait, what?
So I retired last July and started on my Social Security, and I didn't plan on doing anything. And then, when I realized that nobody else was going to step up and do this, I decided I needed to do this. So, yeah. So what was the question again?
So are people like excited? Are they energized by this? You said you're the first Democrat to run in how many years? Are people just like, yes, here's buckets of money, here's TV time, here's radio time, here's...
No, all the money's with the Republicans. No.
Of course.
But I do have a lot of enthusiasm coming. I will be honest with you. At the start, people just thought I was crazy because he has so much power and so much control. He's the Speaker of the House of South Carolina. So he's like, So because of that, and because he can, his last quarterly reporting, he had almost 500,000 in contributions. So I'm
but you know what? No
getting
seat is safe. No seat is safe in this climate, honestly.
right.
And they shouldn't be.
So, initially people were like, well, you can't win this. It's, but now that they see that I'm serious and that I'm earning trust in my community, that I am really knocking the doors, that I'm really going to events, that I'm really transparent, I'm getting a lot of support. Not a lot of money coming in, unfortunately, but it's trickling in. I'll say that. Now, I was told by someone at the state party that the amount I have in donations so far is quite good for a first-time candidate. So I guess I'm doing okay compared to what they're used to. But my goal is more than double what I've raised so far.
Okay.
Wow, that's something to hear.
But people are excited. I will say, the people are excited. And the funny thing is, even though he's been in office 26 years, when I knock on doors, they don't know who he is. They don't know who their representative is. They don't have
That
a clue.
does not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
People have no idea they have a state Senate and a state House. They have no idea.
Right. So I've got a pretty good chance because I'm the only, he hasn't really campaigned in 26 years. So doing the work. And it's, like I said, I think, historically, of course they don't have a former candidate to compare numbers with for me. So they use some other numbers to crunch at the headquarters to figure out my win number. But, the percentage of Democrats in the district is growing, and I'm a veteran, and there's a whole lot of veterans. So I think I'm fairly likable, and I've got a pretty clean, good history. So I think I've got a pretty good chance.
I say so too. I really say so too. I think people, like I said before earlier, I think people are waking up to see what the real deal is. As they turn on the TV, there's always something. Always something going on. And then even in their backyard, when they go to eye appointments and they use their Medicaid card or the Medicare card, whatever it may be, and they're like, oh yeah, you got to pay a copay. Like what? Why am I doing this? Well, according to the BBL, as I call it, this is why, So people are starting to get smacked in the face about the policies that's happening because of the vote that has been had in the past.
Now you're
here nor there. So we're going to pass it along to Miss Ayana on education and workforce readiness. Take it over, Ayana.
Okay.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I was just reading about, I know I wanted to ask you about the redistricting in South Carolina. I was just reading about it.
It's just dirty. It's just dirty politics. That's all it is. It's
Yes.
horrible.
But South Carolina has decided to reject gerrymandering. South Carolina said, no, we're not going to do it, which is very surprising to me because one of the representatives was on TV talking about how we had a duty. It was a constitutional duty
It's
to do
still
it.
it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. They're running it through a whole different bill to in fact, the Senate's going to hear it, I believe, again tomorrow. So they did.
Really?
Oh no, we're not going to quit that easy. No, 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 no.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So we had
I
five
had hope. I
We
had
have
a
five
little.
Senate Republicans that went with the Democrats this first time around. I hope and pray that they will continue to stand their ground. But I mean, all of them are getting calls from President Trump to
Okay,
push.
yes. The South, it says South Carolina lawmakers expect the governor to call a special session on redistricting.
There
And
we
2 weeks
go.
ago, or even a week ago, Governor McMaster said he would not do that. So everybody's flip flopped. Everybody's
And now he's going to do it. Now he's
yeah,
going to do it.
yeah. So
Wow.
don't trust the news if it's 5 minutes old.
I see. Oh my gosh. It's changing day to day, but it's so remarkable how people will defy their own constitution, the own will of their people to capitulate to the president, who has his only stake in this is that he gets to keep power in a place that will give him whatever he wants. He
Yeah.
doesn't care that it's disadvantaging the state, the people of the state, because they had to redraw this map, and perhaps they're going to have less representation. They're going to have fewer resources. It doesn't matter as long as he gets to keep his stronghold in the U.S. House of Representatives. It's is no one thinking about the babies?
No.
Who is
No,
thinking about the
no,
babies?
no, no.
No.
Look at all the different programs that have been cut. Nobody's caring about them babies up there, and they aren't here either. Our state did nothing once we found out that the federal government was not going to support the child care vouchers anymore. We had people reaching out, begging, please. South Carolina has a surplus, please. And they even went they even went through my opponent and asked, please, please find some money to help with these child care vouchers to help these families. And they're like, nope, nope, nope. But yet the budget's about to be approved
Wow.
for a tax cut. They're
Yep.
cutting taxes. The richest are
Wow.
going to get it because it's an income tax cut. Well, meanwhile, the people who are struggling, they're just blind to them. It's disgusting. It's horrible here. It's
Can I
horrible.
I
ask one question,
that blows my
Melba?
mind. That just
Can I
blows
ask,
my mind.
can I ask her
Two,
one question? So are you familiar with PD?
in the area, the region.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's in your area, the PD area?
Depends on who you talk to. Most people say no, we're right on the edge. But when I worked with Department of Corrections, Sumter County was part of the PD region. So, but
Okay.
that, I mean, what's your thoughts? What's your question?
Because I've been around PD area.
What
And
is this? Is this some kind of like
it's called PD, P-E-E-D-E-E. So it is
okay.
yeah,
It's a region in Northeast South Carolina.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Do they eat
So
each other there or something? Is it cannibals or zombies or
it's very rural, most of it, but then
It's
there's
very,
Myrtle Beach.
yeah.
So there's a lot of,
Oh.
influx of new Republican voters from out of state that has kind of hurt that area. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I heard it.
Wow.
And Z in the comments, he's from South Carolina as well. That's where he is. And he said that is so true that he just got the phone with a friend discussing that he's in upstate Midlands PD. Oh, okay, low country, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of funding, you've pointed out that South Carolina ranks 43rd in education. Wow. What are the most urgent education challenges facing students and teachers in Sumter right now, and where would you start to repair them?
There's a million different things that are going on, and it's not a Sumter specific thing. South Carolina across the board. We did just give our teachers a pay raise, but in my opinion, it's at least 10,000 under where the starting pay should be. They just finally went up to 50,000. I think it should be at least 60,000. I mean, look at the cost of things. We talked about that earlier. And of course, because our pay is so crappy, then we have shortages of teachers, and that puts more demands on the poor teachers that are there and less attention to the kids who are in school. So we've got a real problem with teacher hiring and retention, and I think the biggest solution for that is increasing the pay more quickly and more dramatically than what they've been doing in the past few years. I think they've been going like a couple grand a year, just pitiful, just tossing something to appease people, but it's not satisfactory to keep up with costs. With affordability. So there's that. I think that, let's see, what else did I have on that? I think one of the things that we do have here in South Carolina that is working is a pre-K program, but it's only for low-income families, and I really think we should expand that across the board and make it affordable. And if not, I'd prefer universal, but I don't want to go too extreme here because we got to keep in mind who I got to work with.
Yeah.
But if we can make that more affordable, then I think that just gives those babies a heads up. It gives them that fighting chance that they need. And of course, that aligns earlier with what we we're talking about with the child care vouchers. We don't have the funding's ending. Some people have already lost their funding. Others will be losing it, I think, in the November timeframe. And that's hundreds of dollars a month that these families are going to be dealing with. So that's an issue. What else did I have? Oh, South Carolina. Maybe it's in other states too. We have decided the Republican supermajority has decided that we should dedicate some of our education funds for private schools.
No, yep, they do it in Ohio, and the Supreme Court grilled the lawmakers today. Why are public funds going to private schools?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they were approving the Secretary of Education, or not Secretary, the Superintendent of Education, approved homeschoolers. And it's like $8,000. That's their choice. God bless them. If they want that homeschool, great. But why do they need $8,000? And they have proven now that the people who are getting these private school vouchers were already going to private school. They can make as much as, I believe, $200,000 a year and still get these vouchers.
What?
And oh, by the way, when you pre-apply for the next year, you once you're in the system, you're in before any new applicants. And if you have a sibling, they automatically get in too.
Wait a minute. You couldn't make $200,000 and get SNAP benefits. You couldn't make $200,000 and receive Medicaid. You couldn't make $200,000 and get any kind of other government subsidy at all whatsoever. Why?
What are you trying to say?
I think I'm trying to say that they're trying to steer people towards these private schools and perhaps away from public schools that might be teaching these newfangled ideas about society and civics and science and
our because we're a supermajority and because our superintendent of education is also in the same party, we have definitely gotten away from that whole let's really give them the whole story thing. We're not interested in giving them all the gory details about history now. And
what is it about this private school education that's so great and so grand that people making up to $200,000 can get an $8,000 subsidy?
Look here, ask the same thing in North Carolina because North Carolina is South Carolina first cousin. The same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
And
same thing in Ohio. It's the same thing.
and just to throw an extra little thing in about the glory of South Carolina, I think we're number one in book banning too. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think I have enough reasons to run yet?
oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh my,
Yeah, make sure you make a clone so you come run up here too. So you can
I
do,
don't,
do the same thing. Yeah,
well, I
sisters,
mean,
yeah, see.
okay, so the good news is that 92.7% of high school students are graduating, but only
No, no,
32
come
point,
on. Sorry, got to throw a wrench in that too.
oh, that's fine.
A lot of people are dropping out, so of course they're not counting. The graduation rate looks good because
Oh, yeah,
we
well.
have a real problem. Our graduates are not ready for work. We still have a problem with that. We're not. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not.
was going to be the second part of this.
Mm-mm.
Very few of them
No,
are going to college.
no,
So
no.
even if they are graduating, they're not going to college. I don't even know what are some other pathways to get people into careers if they're not getting bachelor degrees, if they're not graduating high school. What are some other pathways do you see to get
So,
people into the working world?
well, listen, I'm the perfect example. My career counselor, school counselor in high school, told me I wasn't college material. I joined the military.
Okay.
And apparently I am college material. But who knew? Um, there are one thing that South Carolina is strong in is their trade school programs. I will give you a good example of that. My son has been going through the HVAC program at Central Carolina Technical College, and it has almost been free because of different grants and programs that South Carolina provides. Because there's such a shortage of trade workers that a lot of the programs now are at a reduced rate because of these scholarships and funds that they have available.
Okay, we do have a question from the audience. Malaysia.
Hey, hi, what's going on?
Hey, how
Um,
you doing?
the question I had was I had an original question, but based on what she just said, where's the funding at? Where's the funding going for South Carolina? I have a lot of family in South Carolina as well.
Where's the funding going? Well,
Yeah,
they just did an income tax cut for South Carolina, which is going to benefit the people with the highest earnings. It's actually going to make living even harder for the rest of us South Carolinians, working people, because they probably are going to have to raise, sales taxes or property taxes in order to balance this out. So it where is the money going? It's going back to the rich people, just like the federal government did.
yeah. Um, I think that I had a proposal that all public schools should have the same funding. If it's a public school, I believe throughout the county, throughout the state, they all should have the same funding. And I think the federal government should step in and do that. Like, just give them it shouldn't be based off of property taxes. I don't know when that came up and how that's still sustaining today or still going on today because
Yeah.
it doesn't work. It's failing the children at the end of the day.
So a portion of it does come from the state and federal. Okay. A portion of it does come out to each of the counties, but you're right. Another portion of it is dependent on what your property taxes and school taxes are for your county. And if you're in a poor county, you're screwed. I hope that's
Right.
not a bad word to use either. But
No, you good. You
it's
can
a
use that
truth.
word.
Have y'all heard of the corridor of shame?
Hmm.
I
Okay.
Yes.
haven't. No.
Corridor of shame is a stretch of poverty counties in South Carolina, and some of those schools, uh, there's active mold in them. They haven't been updated in forever.
Mm.
The water fountains don't work. Because just like our other guest was saying, the a lot of the monies, it's it's not equal at all. And I agree with her. I would love to make it equal for every county because like Richland County, which is in Columbia where our state capital is, they're building beautiful new schools left and right. So it's definitely an inequity through South Carolina. And I think other states may be like that as well.
Yeah, I think other states are like that, but I think in the South it's much more. It's happening more often. Well, not more often, but it's more. You can see the effects more in the South.
It's more pronounced in the
Yeah,
South.
yeah, based in the North. Because my grandmother came up north to New Jersey. I want to say like in the 60s or the 70s. I'm not sure, but she's from South Carolina, Dillon, South Carolina. So I think it's Dillon County.
Oh, you next to
So
my
yeah,
husband, Dylan. Okay.
yeah. So my
That's over the
grandmother's
border.
from Dillon, and my
Okay.
grandfather's from Fort.
It's in the PD.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like I have heavy roots in the South. Want to go back someday, but I'm young. Well, yeah, I'm young, and it's like kind of. I think down there is like when you want to slow down and wind on down. Yeah.
Dylan's pretty cool.
Malaysia. It's not like how it was back in the 80s. In the sense how it was slow. It did grow because you had people migrating from the north coming back down to the south.
Yeah, everybody's coming back in. I think that's a great thing. I think that we all should definitely go back to our roots, touch some grass,
Yeah.
And you got a Buc-ee's not too far away, so that's a good reason to move back.
Maybe like five. Maybe I say like 5 years. I just turned 30 in April, so maybe like 5-6 years. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to put a time on it.
All right, Miss Malaysia, thank you so much for coming up here, being brave enough to come up here and ask the question. Thank you for letting me come up.
That was so nice. It was a great experience. Yes. I'm definitely going to follow you guys.
No problem.
And bring some more people in while you down there. Bring some more people in.
I'm going to share it and repost it. That's what I'm going to do for you.
Thank you.
All right.
You have a question in the comments, Ayana, for you from Mesmerized May.
Let's see. How do you feel about the incident at South Carolina State University with the lieutenant governor? Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine.
Listen. Oh, boy.
Well, let me get my fan. Hold on a minute. I got my fan here.
Right. I need my fan.
Woo!
She started something she should not have started. And unfortunately, she was invited.
Yes.
That's the interesting part. She was invited.
Yes. But the students, which I love how they handled it. It was incredible. Young people, I'm so energized by what young people do now. And you probably already know, but, once they found out, and they didn't find out until right before their graduation that she was coming. And, she is, every single thing she puts out is glory be to Trump. Okay. So clearly not, advocating for the same values that many students at the University of South Carolina University, South Carolina State University would value. She's just not on the same wavelength. So, they started, pitching a fit about it, and rightly so. She doesn't represent, what they want at their graduation. And she was going to put out some of her angry, nasty stuff during her speech. She made it clear.
That's what I was wondering, if she was going to say some of those things during her speech would have been very inappropriate. That would have been very inappropriate.
And then she called those wonderful young people a woke mob.
Yep. They're college graduates.
Yep.
I posted that day. She's not governor material. You don't do that.
I mean, I think they feel that anybody who sucks up to their, the orange thing in the Oval Office is automatically, they're going to win. They're going to succeed. People will get behind them. And you know what? It's working in some states. It worked in Indiana. Their primary showed, they had their state delegate seats flipped to a lot of MAGA candidates. A lot of longtime incumbents lost their seats because they didn't want to do the redistricting, right? So they lost their seats to MAGA-backed Republicans.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm so glad it happened because it just brings more to light the problems we have here in South Carolina and the divisiveness. It's just ugly and people don't handle it. Some people in leadership are not handling themselves well. We've lost that ability to be at that level and be able to say the nastiest things to people.
Yeah.
We've lost civility. We've lost civility. It's really a shame.
Did we have it?
I just want Obama to come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to clap. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
If Trump thinks he can run for third term, why can't President Obama?
I just want people to think about their communities, like the things you said about the pre-K program and the school funding, and like these things. You have to invest in your citizenry if you want your republic to be successful and go on for hundreds of years. If you don't do that, there's not going to be a republic. Why is nobody investing in the people? It's okay to give. I mean, we pay taxes. We pay a lot of taxes. I know I pay a lot of taxes. Mm-hmm. It's okay to help people when they need it. It's okay to invest in infrastructure. It's okay to invest in schools. I encourage it. Please give Absolutely. The people something for what they're giving to their country.
So for over 2 decades now, it has been a supermajority. And so we have built a lot of voter apathy, unfortunately, because when, 60 seats are not even contested 2 years ago, people are like, why should I even bother to vote? And so a lot of people have not been coming to the polls. And so the supermajority is counting on that to continue, but they poo-pooed in their nest. Because they've enraged a lot of people, and I think that at federal and state level, people are taking notice. And I will tell you, the doors that I knock are not just Democrat, and there's some angry Republicans out there too. So I think things are going to change, and I think this whole redistricting thing, people are on fire about that. They are furious about that. So I think we're going to have a record turnout. I really do. And there's going to be a change in the state house, and hopefully we'll have a Democratic governor as well coming up.
That would be wonderful. I hope if not in the primaries, because I know those are poorly attended year after year, but in the general, can we get at least 70% of registered voters in every state to vote? Please.
Typically, please. The primaries here decide the end state here, unfortunately. So we're really going to have to drive hard to get people out to vote in June, and maybe again in August for the congressional seats if they get to do what they're wanting to do. So it's a hot mess, but we're really going to make it when I'm talking to people, I'm not just telling them about my November election. I'm telling them go to the primary. Make sure you vote in both elections. So
yes, please. Okay, I have to ask you some rapid fire questions, or I will get into big trouble. What is it? What is it? What is it?
The question is, so do you think people are going to take their voting rights really seriously this time when they see what's happening, like the gerrymandering? Do you think they see what we mean by voting? Like, it matters.
I think people are waking up. I think people are angry. I think Republicans are even angry. I think that, I'm me personally, and now that we have 124 candidates, that means a lot more people are getting doors knocked. This is going to be a big year for us, because the combination of people's rights and privileges being stripped away, affordability being a hot mess. I think it's going to be a record turnout. I do, but I'm an eternal optimist. So
Yeah, I hope
Me
people
too,
understand the meaning
unfortunately.
of
My goodness.
voting. Like, it's just not a check in the box. It's more than that. It's more than that, and But go ahead, Ayana. I know my boss is mad at me, so go ahead, Ayana. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We just got to, you got to do all the steps in these things, right?
I'm having so much fun, y'all. I cannot believe it's been an hour already. This is
I
crazy.
know. Well, playtime is over.
Oh,
Dang
no.
it!
Rapid fire is on.
I don't
I'm gonna
want
test
to.
your knowledge. Okay, now I'm encouraging you. I'm begging you, please. Just one answer, yes or no, one sentence. Please. What is the single biggest failure in District 67 right now?
God.
Maybe everything is fine.
No.
She's like, there's just so many things. I can't pick one thing.
That's not even fair.
I told you playtime was over.
Whatever pops up, whatever pops up, just go ahead and say.
I,
I'm sorry.
God. No,
It could be anything: roads, sky, water, education. It could be infrastructure. It could be jobs.
poverty.
Poverty. Okay, next question. Who is responsible for that failure? State, county, or city? Cities, counties.
State.
State? Okay. Is Sumter growing faster than its infrastructure can handle? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Should developers be required to pay impact fees? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Name one road in your district you believe is so unsafe that it should be repaired immediately.
All of them. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, I want to tell a story and I can't.
Go ahead. It's okay. This is your show. Go ahead.
No, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to give a shout out to our county commission, our county council, because, and specifically Carlton, Washington. He has made great strides to provide or access funding to help improve these very remote roads in South Carolina so that emergency crews can come in and assist people in an emergency. So we have a lot of bad roads, but he really started the effort on this, and I just really admire him a lot for that.
Okay. That was a positive story. I like that. Okay. Well, do you think the state is underfunding Sumter County? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Is the district's rental market affordable? Yes or no?
No.
Should landlords face mandatory annual inspections? Yes or no?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been in some of these places and they're not livable.
Oh, wow. So name one policy you would support that would lower housing costs within 24 months.
Okay. This has to be a one sentence.
Eh,
We have a program in place in South Carolina, and it's I think it's called Hometown Heroes Program, and it's for first time buyers. And I think we should expand that to other people who maybe do community service hours or some other thing, to buy into the grants that are made available for that. So that's one of my ideas that I would like to implement.
Okay. I like that. Let's see. Just a few, because I can see the beads of sweat forming. I can see.
City. Are they from Sumter?
Z, you need to come up here and talk to Miss Lisa.
Merck,
Do you think?
Merck stands for something that, well, maybe y'all can figure that out.
Oh, I know. Is the state doing enough to support military spouses' employment? Yes or no?
Probably never enough, so I'd say no.
Okay. Do you support expanding veteran mental health services even if it raises taxes? Yes or no?
Yeah. Just look at the suicide rate.
All right. Let's see. Is the current school accountability system effective? Yes or no?
I think it depends on the school.
Okay. Is the district too dependent on Shaw Air Force Base? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay. Name one industry Sumter should aggressively recruit.
Ooh. Something where our workers should finally get paid a decent wage. One of these good manufacturing plants would be helpful. It'd be great if BMW would have another plant down here in the area, something like that. Did you know that South Carolina still doesn't have a minimum wage?
That was going to be my next question. It doesn't have any minimum wage at all?
We default to the federal at $7.25 an hour. It's a travesty.
And it doesn't see any reason to raise that, doesn't see any reason to pass a law saying that maybe it should be, I don't know, $15.
It's another one of my issues that I want to get addressed. I don't understand. I think because big business has such a power hold over the supermajority. If you just look at the donations coming into my opponent, you'll see who's running the state, and it's not the people. It is big money and big corporations.
Okay, but big corporations, big money.
Mm-hmm.
If your employees are sufficiently paid, right, where they don't have to worry about, oh, I got to sleep in my car and still go to work. Oh, I can't go to work because my kids, the daycare costs too much. Oh, or they're not hungry. They're well fed, because they have enough money to pay rent and eat.
Amen. Totally agree. We are a right to work state. We are not a pro worker state. We are a work state. We do not care about of course we care about our workers, but we don't care enough to have a state minimum wage that's a living wage, which should be at least $16 to start with the cost of living now.
Mm-hmm.
We like I said, we still don't have a state minimum wage. It's really built on keeping people undereducated and low waged. Period. Yeah, and we're anti-union. There's only a few unions here in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And the cost of living is ridiculously low.
In the 2030s, people got murdered for being in union.
Oh, smarter fruit in the chat, please.
Or you can go.
You could.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
My apologies. Yes.
I got you, Miss Lisa. I got you.
It's okay. She said she's a boomer. It's okay. Don't penalize her.
Listen, I didn't even get on TikTok until people told me if you want to reach young people, you have to get on TikTok. So you are. I've been on like 3 months total, so I have no idea what any of these
You,
little things are going on below me.
you're good. We got you. We got you. You
We got
good.
you. We'll shield you. We will shield you, Miss Lisa. Okay. All you need to know is that the original purpose of this app was so people could sing and dance. And so they don't want
Yeah.
to hear all the things we're talking about right now. They aren't interested. So we got to keep it clean. We got to keep it clean. But I think I've tortured you enough, and I'm going to send you back over to Sianka.
This is like a
Thank you.
job
Thank
interview.
you.
This is like a job interview with fun people.
I know, right? When you get us two together, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get. You really don't know. And also our other mods too. You just don't. If one of us is with other mods, you just don't know what you're gonna get. Because
Sianka, if you wanted to skip to veterans and military families, because we have like, I don't know, 15 minutes
oh
maybe.
dang, okay,
I know,
yeah.
we've just been sitting here chatting and giggling and
No,
bonding, and we're not going to get through all of these questions, but I want you to get through the veterans and military families because of the big military presence in her district.
cool, sure, we can do that. And also we'll put it out there, like the COLA, cost of living allowance out there. The cost of living out there is like, yeah. So veterans and military families, District 67's veteran population is 16.6%, about double the statewide average. So how has your military background shaped the way you think about serving a district with so many veterans and military families?
That's a good question. I've tried to stay actively involved with my fellow veterans in various ways. I'm part of a car club that's almost entirely military veterans, and we do fundraising for veterans. We do a fundraiser every year for the VFW. I'm a member of the VFW. I'm a member of the American Legion. And my husband also, he had 24 years in the Army. So we're very veteran oriented,
Thank you
naturally.
for your service as well.
Yeah. So I'm constantly thinking about veterans. They're around me all the time. Shaw is only about 2 miles from my house. So I'm constantly interacting with active duty and retirees. So we're just a big family.
That's awesome. And I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate people like you that don't leave us behind. You know, we was taught that, not to leave nobody behind, make sure you have everybody.
That's right.
And I wish that this administration would do the same. But I'm going to turn it over back to Miss Ayana, because like we said, we're running out a little bit of time, so we're going to do like a fast forward type thing. So to Miss Ayana, there you go.
I was going to give you the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're a veteran, she's a veteran, and there's the big military presence, and there's the Air Force base and the...
Last night you asked one of I think he was a congressional candidate, about if his state had expanded Medicaid or not. South Carolina does not.
No.
I just want to throw that in there.
It has not expanded Medicaid. What is the reason? What was the reason?
Supermajority.
Oh, come on.
We told you this, Ayana. We told you this from the beginning.
But you have okay. But listen, just hear me out. Just go with me. You have a lot of rural areas where people are faced with healthcare insecurity.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
You have a lot of poverty.
Clinics are closing. Hospital. It takes months to get a doctor's appointment in any specialty. Yeah.
So.
And our OBGYNs probably are going to leave the state now because our women's reproductive rights options are being even more restricted. So we've got real problems. Yeah.
Yep.
So if they expanded Medicaid, right, that would provide more opportunities for people to receive the health care that they need, but it would also provide another source of funding for hospitals, doctors, nurses, therapists. That might actually attract more of them into these rural areas. And that would be a boon for the state.
You got my vote.
But they don't think like that, Ayana. They're a different breed of people.
Well,
Wow.
They don't want to put state money into it.
No.
What do they think? It's just, if you pray hard enough, the hospitals will fall from the sky and everything will be magically helped. Everybody will be healthy.
What they've been selling, and this income tax cut thing, if you don't pay attention, you think, oh, great, I'm going to have, lower taxes. But that's the only thing they're really selling that they've accomplished this year. But
If
in the
you don't
meantime,
have a job, you
if
don't
you don't
pay
have a
income
job,
taxes.
and meanwhile, why are you cutting taxes when you're 42nd in opportunities for your residents? You're 42nd in crime and 43rd in education. Why in the name of you know what are we cutting taxes?
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Ayana, you have all the answers. My goodness.
No, I don't. Z said it's because Foghorn Leghorn is in the governor's office. So I'm just going to go with that.
But he's got to leave. He's used up all his time, so he's out of here. But he's got his little clones that are right behind him. They're all just little orange people. They're just more orange people. It's really pitiful. But we have one excellent candidate on the Democratic ticket. So.
That's you.
No. I mean for governor.
For governor. For governor. Okay. Well, God, I hope so. What would you do to make state government feel more accessible and transparent to everyday people in Sumter who feel like politics usually happens around them and not for them?
Can you say that one again? I wanted to clarify. There's actually 3 Democratic candidates for governor for South Carolina. I was just thinking that there was one in particular who is especially strong because he's been in politics for a long time.
Okay, no problem.
Could you say that again, please?
What would you do to make state government feel more accessible and transparent to everyday people?
Well, I'm definitely not going to follow in the footsteps of my opponent, who has not had, I don't think he's ever had a town hall. He doesn't go knocking doors. He doesn't make phone calls. In fact, he's frustrated a lot of people that have tried to reach out to him. So I'm accessible. In fact, I will tell you this, every single phone call I've made, I've given him my direct phone number, which is probably crazy, but I've done it.
A little crazy. But you know what? My state representative is on Facebook. And a lot of people reach out to her that way. Is that something you would pledge to do, to have an open Facebook page where people can, leave a comment or send you a message?
Yeah, because I'm a first-time candidate. I don't know what I don't know. I want to hear from everybody. And even if I am elected, I'm still going to grow by what people tell me. I'm a lifetime learner here. I'm not claiming to have the answers for everything.
Z said that, girl, you better get Google Voice. And he didn't mean girl disparagingly.
Oh,
Z, you need to come up. I can see right now.
But yes, get Google Voice. Get a Google Voice number. Yes.
It's not, with all those phone calls, I haven't been inundated. I've had maybe 4 or 5 people actually call me and really have a great conversation. So I have no regrets at this point.
Okay. Oh, hey.
I
would like to see somebody try you. Okay. I don't think she's the one for trying, honestly. But okay.
I can hold my own.
Okay. What else? Sianka, can you ask that question number 1 at the bottom, the closing question?
I sure can.
Okay.
So you spent your life serving something bigger than yourself, your country, your community, and the people around you. If voters leave here remembering just one thing about who you are and why you're doing this, what do you hope stays with them when they walk into that voting booth?
The simplest statement I could say is I really firmly believe in people over politics. Is that enough? You want me to say some more?
No, thank you for saying that.
Well, what does that mean to you? What does that mean, people over politics? Does that mean that if your party is doing something crazy, that wouldn't benefit the people, you would vote against your party, what your party wants, or what does that mean for you?
Crazy's crazy. You know, I mean, I'm too old to play games. I'm past all that, and I really don't. I'm the injustice and then the inequity. Let me just say this. I'm in my 60s. I grew up in a time where women were just getting some of these rights, and Black Americans were just starting to get some of their rights. These things are very, very important to me. And as I'm seeing things being slowly unthreaded, it makes me so upset. And so I'm going to stick with the basics. If it's the right thing to do, then that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
She said it.
But okay, just for argument's sake, somewhere there's a Republican going, hey, cutting these people out of Medicaid is the right thing to do because we got to balance the budget. We don't have the money. We got to cut them off. This is the right thing to do.
That's too easy. That's too easy. We just need to restore the tax basis that we had before the last round of the budgets. We had a lot of good programs going. We just need to restore those to give people the same opportunities and the same programs that they had before. And essentially that means that, the rich people are going to have to, I'm totally okay. Of course, I'm not at the federal level, obviously. But I'm totally okay with making the highest incomes pay a higher percentage. It's the right thing to do. And that includes me. I'm not hurting financially. We're not rich, but we're not hurting financially. We're comfortable in our retirement. But if it meant paying higher taxes to give more people a step up, I have no problem with that. And neither does my husband.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Because think about it. More people with more opportunities, fewer people on the streets, fewer people committing crimes.
It's all interrelated.
Exactly.
It is. It absolutely is.
Exactly.
I wish more lawmakers understood that. It's all connected, people, please.
Exactly.
It
They think having a job cures everything. It doesn't. You got to get to a job. How do you get to a job? How do you get there? And I'm not talking about just transportation. I'm talking about skills. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about health. You got to be healthy enough.
Right.
Right?
It's all interconnected. And I'm going to always fight for the underdog. That's just the way it's got to be because it's been so lopsided for so long now. We've got to flip it. We've got to flip it back. We've got to start taking care of people.
I
Amen.
totally agree. I totally agree. So you've talked a lot tonight about service, accountability, and fighting for working families. But at the end of the day, your campaign is about trust, Miss Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Why should the people of District 67 trust you to carry their voice, their struggles, and their future forward? Tell us about you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you the one, honey? Why are you the one?
I'm as transparent as they come. And I think that I'm working hard to show people that I want to earn their trust. I'm not making any assumptions about anything. I'm a transparent, open book. I'm proud of my service, and I'm very driven for equality and equity. And so that's what I wake up every day thinking about.
Okay. And when you're out there talking to people, you said you knocked on how many doors did you knock on?
Yeah, almost 1,000 doors now. And I've made, as of today, just short of 1,600 phone calls by myself.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. That shows dedication.
I'm committed.
You are.
I'm all in.
So what's the one thing, the overarching theme, the one thing that you hear everybody pretty much ask about or talk about when you ask them what's the most pressing need they have right now?
Oh, that's easy. Everybody's complaining about affordability.
Yeah.
Everybody. Second to that is the infrastructure. Because remember, a lot of the people that are in my district are not hurting as bad as a lot of people in South Carolina. So they're not, their problems are not survival. Their problems are, well, my utility bill's higher, and so it's harder on everybody's budget. But they're also thinking about the roads. The roads are terrible. And
Yeah.
and they are throwing some money at it, but we're still like, gosh, I think our roads infrastructure it's really bad too. I think we're 36th or something in the nation for our infrastructure.
Wow.
Mhm.
Affordability in a place where people can afford things. That's a crisis.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
that's the ish has hit the fan. It has
Yeah.
hit the fan.
But
And
that's a bad word, though. The A word, affordability, is a bad word.
Listen,
yeah, well, if you ask the orange guy, it's not happening. There is no
and
issue with
he's not concerned with the
Exactly.
finances of Americans.
Exactly.
Why should he be? Why should he be? He sits on a throne on top of a tower. Why should he care about the peasants below?
Yep.
On top of cheese.
That's
You
exactly.
know, he sits in an office that's covered in gold filigree and gold this
Velveeta
and
cheese.
gold that and marble floors, and he's getting a ballroom. Why should he care about,
I know that's right, Z. Yes, if you want to tear up your car, drive around like for real. She's not lying.
I mean, but infrastructure is one of the last things that people think about when they think about investing in a district or a state. Infrastructure is always last. It's
especially
always last.
water. Especially water.
Or the thing that delivers the water treatment plants. People don't think about these aging water treatment plants and these aging dams and these aging bridges that are over the water. People don't think about these things we use every day, we rely on every day, that if one of them fell down, how much of the state would just completely collapse?
Our bridges, I don't have the stats on it, but we have horrible bridges. Horrible bridges. Crumbling bridges.
Mm.
And y'all got tall bridges too. Y'all got some high bridges. And I'm like, if this thing fall, man, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, people really do think that that the time will never be up. That these things will just keep staying. I don't know why they think that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just they don't want to deal with it.
I just hope and pray that people are paying attention now, and that we will have, that maximum voter participation that we're all hoping for. And that, once we have more Democrats, I know this is bipartisan forum, but
is it?
Yeah. And so, once we have more Democrats in office, we will have more negotiation power and be able to implement some of this positive social change that we've been talking about tonight. And that's what's going to happen, because I'm just willing it to happen.
You're hopeful. You believe it.
Yes.
You've seen it before. We've seen it before.
Yes.
We have seen it before. It's possible.
It is.
Yeah, it just takes more people to care about someone other than themselves.
That's right.
Period.
Yeah, that's right.
Period. Well, Miss Lisa, we are at the end of our time together. Oh, I know.
I don't like it. I want to.
What? Well, you know what, Miss Lisa, since you're zooming on through to the general election, you can come back.
Oh, I would
You
love
can come
to.
back.
I would
Yes.
love to.
We'll make sure to reach out to you maybe in September or October. Is that too late in the season? Is that okay?
Oh, well, my calendar's open right now. Hopefully I'll be extremely busy by then, but
yes, that's what we're anticipating. You'll be busy. So maybe August, September, October, we can get you back here for another town hall so you can remind people, hey, I'm Lisa Davey and I'm running for office for South Carolina.
Yeah,
District 67.
That would be wonderful. And if anybody, feels like inspired by what I've said tonight, if they would be so kind as to go on my website and make a donation, I would really be appreciative.
Yes, give Miss Lisa some money. Give Miss Lisa some money, y'all.
Make it
Give
rain
Lisa
on Miss
some
Lee.
money.
Oh, I can't say that, but
I'm gonna type in my website if that's okay.
cool.
Yes, go to her website. Let the people know where they can find you online. They can obviously follow you here on TikTok. Please hit that plus button and follow Miss Lisa. Also, let them know where they can find you, blah, 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 and how they can support your campaign.
Yeah, so all my socials are on my website. I just listed it. It's my name, lisadavey.com.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
Hey. And hope, you know what? Now, since you've done this, Miss Lisa, you can go live now. You can do it all on your own.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you sure can. You could just be sitting in your living room. You could go live, be like, hey, I'm Lisa, I'm running for office. Tell them what your office is. And then just be like, let me tell you guys my idea for, you could do one night on education, one night on healthcare, one night on infrastructure. Yeah.
I'm doing a veteran Zoom coming up. So I'm
Yeah.
expand my horizons a little bit, but that's a good idea.
Awesomeness.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. That'll get more people to hear you and know your name and get your name out there and let them know that you're running for office. Let's see. We do have more of these coming up because we're here all the time. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, May 14th. We have another South Carolinian. What is this? He is running for a U.S. congressional office, however. David Robinson II. He's running for South Carolina U.S. Congressional Districts 2.
Yes.
He's Robinson II running for District 2. That is tomorrow, Thursday, May 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. If we can get the graphic up there. We're not going to get the graphic up there, I don't think, but.
I can bring it up real quick. Hold on.
Okay. So yes, tomorrow, join us tomorrow, Thursday, May 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. right here, back here on the Tiki Talks with David Robinson II. Reminder, please go and support Miss Lisa. Give her a little coin, send a little coin. Miss Lisa, if you didn't notice up in the corner of your screen where your name is and it says 916, those are gifts people have given to you. Yes, you can exchange that for good old-fashioned U.S. American currency. You can consider that a donation to your campaign, but I would also like people to actually go to your website and give, because then you get the full amount, because here, TikTok take a little bit off the side, but go to your website and donate to you as well. But yes, that is something you can translate into cold hard American cash for your campaign.
Y'all are
Yes,
amazing.
Miss Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me tonight. I've had so much fun. It's been great.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting us to platform you and spread your message to the people of the land of
Absolutely.
South Carolina, the Palmetto State, for some reason. Ladies and gentlemen, and now we have the graphic up for Mr. Robinson II. We have the graphic up for him. A reminder for that tomorrow. This has been so much fun. I have had a great time with Sianka and myself and the audience and the people who ask questions. We appreciate you. We appreciate the engagement. We appreciate the people following our account and supporting the candidates. We are OVC. Our voice counts. Our vote counts. Listen, I haven't had dinner yet, so please have mercy on me. We are OVC. Our vote counts, a nonpartisan movement uniting Americans from all walks of life to empower voters, support candidates of integrity, and ensure every voice is heard. There we go. Through education. Okay, looking good, Sianka. Through education, outreach, accountability, and action, we're building a stronger democracy, one informed vote at a time. We thank you again, Major Lisa Davey, for joining us, for me and for Sianka and for the people, the entire team at OVC. We hope you all have a great evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.